My name is Chad Matthews, and I'm a missional storyteller. I traveled all over the country building friendships with men and women experiencing homelessness, capturing their stories and seeing how they live. Now I'm back home in East Texas, where I've asked 15 of my best friends to share their story of what it's like to live life on the street.
When I was about 6 years old, CPS says, they start spreading child abuse awareness to the children because they don't understand because it's been going on so long. That's just, they think it's natural. So I did too. Well, then they showed the video of the sexual molestation and things these parents were doing to their children, and I realized it. Well, instead of telling the school, because I knew these people were bad. They would take me for my dad, and it wasn't my dad's fault. He was doing what he could do to support me. That's why he was working in the oil field, because it was better money. But he was gone for 7 days at a time with the oil field, so he didn't know what was going on because she treated me right when he was around. And I always thought that was odd too. Well, then her son gets out of prison. He'd been down for child molestation, and so that just tells you how much of a mother she was. She let her son, who'd already done it once, come back and do it again to me. I had a lot of trouble in school because I didn't know my mother. I didn't know people picked on me because as you can see, I'm 290 pounds now. I've always been big, and people's always made fun of me, By the time I'm 13, I'm hustling these drunks on the pool tables, learning what drugs are and alcohol, and listening to the stories of the drugs being done, but all was all right until I got ready to graduate high school, and my 5-year-old niece died because she got a hold of some Tussin X cough syrup with hydrocodone in it, and she overdosed on it. And my brother wouldn't take her to the hospital, even though she wasn't responsive, wasn't conscious. They said, well, just go home, let her sleep it off. And the next morning, I woke up with my niece stiff in the same room with me. And I went to prison because they said I killed her. The detectives told me, said, well, if you'll just write down that you accidentally gave her too much, it'll be accidental and we'll let go. And I heard boom, boom, boom. Cook County Sheriff's Department, Johnny Walker, we have a warrant for your arrest for capital murder. And I know everybody's heard that story. I didn't do it. But this is one of them cases, really true. I would never hurt a child ever in my life. You don't know what it is to walk around with a scar like that, injury to a child, and it be your niece. And we buried. The bad thing about it is she died on May 3rd, and we buried her on her birthday on May 5th. And, I deal with that for 15 years, and I still deal with that. And my friend introduced me to ICE. And I got fired because I was doing drugs, going to work. They seen it, and then it just went downhill from there, and I tried to get on another rig, got off the drugs, and I had a bad car wreck. Got hooked on hydrocodones, and it just progressed, and because I hurt inside and out, and sometimes the only thing to take me away from it. But it's kind of hard to understand to have a love for a chemical substance and try to love God at the same time and love your families. And have to make a decision, will I sell drugs to keep my family, or will I lose it? So, but I mean, the struggles of sometimes, you don't make it somewhere in time and eat, and if you ain't got food stamps, I've even caught myself going and digging in dumpsters to eat. Being homeless is a very, very hard life, especially when you're married. I've been married for 12 years, and being homeless as a couple, very trying. If you ain't got money, sometimes we don't even have $1 a day to spend. It's hard. Being homeless is a challenging life for the simple reason is you have so many people that judge you. Well, he's just out there in the streets because he's making bad choices and doing drugs. Well, that's not always true. You know, a lot of mine being homeless is not because of that. It's because I'm being prejudged for decisions I made when I was younger. You know, and everybody does stupid things when they're young. Just because I got in trouble for it doesn't mean I'm a bad person now. And that's the kind of things I have to live with. Being homeless, people take take a lot advantage of you. Or you get some people that help you, and they do a lot for you, but then they want to present you like a trophy. I don't want to be treated. I just want to be treated as equal. I want to function in life. I really do. I would love to be able to sit back and have my own motorcycle shop and say that I've been clean for a number of years, and because nobody's giving me a hard time because I'm doing what I want to do and what I love, and supporting my wife and working on motorcycles, and because working on things is what I love. We was sleeping in a tent, but you know, this time we lucked out. We found an abandoned house. But you don't know how hard it is to sleep in an abandoned house. Every knock on the door, you wonder if it's a policeman. They'll take you to jail for trespassing, and it's hard trying to keep water. Sometimes I forget to get the water. I've had to carry buckets of water just so we can bathe and have something to drink. And it's very hard carrying 5 gallons of water, 2.5 gallons, and a bunch of 20-ounce bottles. There's no electricity, so if my phone dies before I go to sleep, if I get an emergency call, how am I going to get it? I can't get it. I mean, there's just so many things. Trying to keep my clothes washed. It's hard when you ain't got no washer and dryer. Trying to make sure my wife has the things she needs, because, you know, women need more things. When you're homeless, it's a lot harder to get. By God, sometimes when you're in the streets, you have to make decisions of the world, and you have to put God over. Sorry, God, but I have to do this because I'm homeless. It's not that I want to go in this dumpster and eat this food out of here, but I'm hungry, and there's nothing else around, and that's the only thing I see provided by you. And God helps me through a lot of this. Sometimes I just want to break down and cry because I'm homeless. I don't want to be there. I want my wife to have better. I want my kids home. But God gets me through and says, look, son, if you will just do what I ask you to do, things will be rewarded. All I can just say is God is good, and if it wasn't for Him, I would probably be dead in the streets right now because of the lack of.